I know a lot of people will be wondering how I'm doing today. So I'm recording this, so maybe I just have like a simple attach and send response. Obviously, the physical prognosis is not good, not official, but clearly not good. And I'm coming to terms with that. I've always known about myself that I'm a very live in the moment person. I don't do 5-year plans. In fact, I was thinking the other day that other than possibly a trip to Norway, I have zero idea what I'm doing in 2027. So other than things that were on my schedule for the next 6 months, I was very, very excited about. That's really my main mourning and grief, but also I'm not a person with a good memory. I have great memories because I've lived a good life. I just don't always remember things. I remember things through other people or through photos. So I've decided for the time that I have left, I'm going to spend as much of that reliving memories through, videos and photos, which is great. I mean, the good thing about being a person who doesn't have a good memory, doesn't hold on to things as much, is I don't hold grudges. Once I'm done with something, I move on, and that's actually a real blessing in a moment like this. So just my natural constitution or disposition of my personality means that I'm not going to spend a terrible amount of time sort of dwelling on what I'm missing. I think it's going to be a lot harder on everybody else than it is on me because that's just who I am and how I'm built. Not that I won't have moments of feeling absolutely devastated, because of course I'm already having that, but mostly I feel resolved about doing what I need to do. And I'm not fatalistic. I'm not assuming, that this is a death sentence, but it kind of is. So why not be realistic about what that means and deal with it in a way that's healthy for me, but also for those who love me and will be caring for me. So I slept good. Thank you, hydrocodone. And I ate a nice breakfast, and I am really sore. And there's that. Okay, so I've also had to deal with some ridiculously anxious dogs. Anyway, I'm gonna watch happy, fun TV, things that make me laugh, and I'm gonna be lazy and play on my iPad. But I'm also starting to mentally make some lists and think through some things, and that feels good. It doesn't feel like a burden. For the things that feel like a burden, I'm like, nope. But for the things that I feel are important for me to plan for, I am starting to think through those things, and that right now doesn't feel overwhelming or sad or anything. So that's, I think, good. This sucks, right? I'm going to have a lot more to say. I have one thing that I have done really well, especially just because of everything I went through with a difficult marriage and divorce. I've learned to set boundaries. I'm really pretty good at setting boundaries. And I have some clear boundaries about how my time is going to be spent. And I've already been expressing and outlining those boundaries to people around me. And I will articulate those in a list so that people who want to spend time with me can spend it with me in a way that is enjoyable for both. Because quite frankly, it's about me. It's not about you right now. I'm going to be selfish in that way. So, and it's another thing I've decided is I always thought it was going to be the sun that killed me because skin cancer runs in the family, and I already have had issues with that. So by God, I'm going to die tan. So as soon as I'm able, as soon as my incisions heal and I've got to figure out when my next surgery is and all that, I'm going to spend time outside and I'm going to get sun. I haven't done that much in years because I've been trying so hard to protect. And I mean, you all know I'm a super healthy person. And people have already said this to me. And I feel it. Like, it fucking sucks. I am such a healthy person. I do all the things right. Well, most of the things. So this is colossally unfair. But that's kind of, cancer is just unfair. A lot of things in life are unfair. So I'm not going to spend much time trying to think about like, what could I have done differently? Because unfortunately, we don't have the official word, but it's likely ovarian, and ovarian cancer is one of the most difficult to detect. It's kind of the worst case scenario if you're a woman. It doesn't really present itself until it's spreading. And so, I didn't miss an appointment. I didn't, I checked all the boxes, and unfortunately, this is just one you can't necessarily prevent. So it is what it is. And I'm okay. Yeah, I'm sad. And I'm not even exactly sure why. Just this sort of general sadness, but also general peace. And I'm glad I know myself. I'm glad I know what I need. I don't know what my body needs right now. We'll go to the oncologist and we'll figure all that out. But I know what I need. And I'm not afraid to say that. And I think that is a real comfort for me. And I don't carry any burden that I have to figure out how to make all of this work for other people. And maybe that's a weird thing to focus on, but I feel like too many people burden themselves with that when they don't need to. So thank you for listening. And once I know more, I will be in touch about how those of you who are like outside of my immediate, vicinity can support me. But if you're getting this message, it's because I love you and you've been an important part of my life. And I know that you care about me, and it's nice to know that I can send this, 9-minute video and that you'll watch it. And I'm sorry if it makes you sad. I am sorry for that. Because I can imagine if I were on the receiving end of this, that it would break my heart. And so I am sorry for breaking your heart. But thank you for being there for me. And I'll have more to say soon.